Hey, you guys. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's do... We'll take care of business first, but let's do a reading on this piece of trash that banged 4 people because of you-know-who's rhetoric. Bunch of freaking lunatics. All right. All right, so let's take care of business first. I was just picking out a card. I was picking out a confirmation for badasses. All right. Entertainment purposes only. Don't forget our Zoom room, which is where we practice uncensored freedom of speech, June 22nd. That's a Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about our personal experiences with suppression of the divine feminine. That includes males. Y'all, guys, have been suppressed too, by the way. Not just us women. Use guys too, because we all hold feminine and masculine energy. I tend to hold a little more masculine energy than a lot of people. A lot of females. But that's okay. It's okay. Spirit team just said, you got to balance, Shelley, which is good. So anywho, if you don't have the link, if you've never been to a Zoom room, email me, healingtruthtarot, all one word, no dashes, no underscores, all one word, healingtruthtarot@gmail.com, and I'll shoot you the Zoom link if you've already been and you can find your Zoom link. Excellent. Same one. Just use that one. And if you can't find it, that's okay. You shoot me an email as well. And also, my email is always in the description box, you guys, underneath each video. Always. It's the second line down. Okay. Happy Pride Month, you guys. My fellow LBGTQIA plus humans. And please don't forget Thursday night all live. Every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is where we have the political and spiritual questions with a positive twist to yank our heads out of that black hole that we keep nose diving into. Just saying. Me included. Yeah. And also we have members only, first Friday, not Wednesday, first Friday of every month. We've already had that, 8:30 p.m. Eastern as well. That's personal and spiritual questions. If you'd like to be a member, it's $1.99 a month. You get to come to the members only live once a month, and I also do a monthly forecast for the members live, or for the members, excuse me. There's a join button underneath each video. If you don't see the join button, that's okay. Go to the description box again, below every video. Click on more, scroll down just a little bit, and you'll find a link that you can click on or poke at, and it will bring you to a join button. Okay? Okay. Don't forget, the Etsy shop, t-shirts and t-mugs, is 20% off until 11:59 p.m. Saturday, this coming Saturday. We have a couple of new designs. We have a Screaming Eagle with no kings up there. We have a t-shirt that looks a lot like an 80s and 90s rock and roll t-shirt. That has my mug on it, so if you don't... Seriously. My feelings will not be hurt if you don't buy that one. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. But, because it was well made. But anywho, also, I did mention in the video before this, if you have sent me graphic designs for t-shirts and t-mugs, I am looking for an LGBTQIA plus or Pride, whatever, with a Pride flag or the Pride rainbow or both or whatever you want to do. And if you can get it to me with a transparent background, that's excellent because we can put it on any color. any color t-shirt. Okay, and also I am in need of a Juneteenth graphic. Same thing, transparent background if you can. Juneteenth. Yeah, I just saw, I was walking past this, back from the store today after my doctor's appointment, and they had a t-shirt, Juneteenth, sitting out there, and Spirit Team said, there you go. Better get on it. We're more than halfway through June, so let's get on that. As soon as you give it to me, I will upload it, and I'll let you guys know. Okay? So anywho, again, 20% off the Etsy shop. Now stop running your mouth, Shelley. So again, Harmony Tarot is what the Spirit Team wanted. For this reading, we are going to read on, now listen, this guy, you know, sometimes I'll be joking around about my grandkids or my kids and go, they're not right. They're just not right. But I'm saying he's not right. And I'm not joking. Okay? He is psychologically damaged. Okay? And again, that rhetoric of Humpty's is not helping. But this is what Humpty does. I did mention psychological warfare on the last video. And that is what Humpty does. Gets people going. Okay? I have not met one extreme M of the G of the A, M of the A of the G of the A. I haven't met one extreme, one of them, that there isn't something fundamentally wrong with them. Okay? And the problem here is that they think that they're doing right. That's the problem. To each his own, you know, we're all allowed our opinions. But they really think they're doing good. They're doing what's right. And I don't think they realize that what they're doing is completely for themselves and nobody else. But everybody isn't about service to others. You can't work with that. As humans, as a human, I can't work with that. That's got to be divine intervention. That's got to be a spiritual awakening. And remember, you're going to have a percentage, 15 to 17% of the 20% of the M of the A of the G of the A's. And that's all we have here is 20%. This is from my Spirit Team. 20% of the population of our country is M of the A of the G of the A. Only 20%. They're not bigger, they're just louder. He who yells the loudest rules the room. Humpty. Yeah, I got attitude today, guys. I am, like, up to here with the BS. So let's do something about it in our own way. And that's what we're doing right here, right now. All right. So the question is Humpty going to pardon this butthole? Let's see. I'll bring it down. Okay, is Humpty going to pardon this lunatic? We'll take that one. Yeah. Yes, he is. Judgment. Because Humpty said, like, oh, he's on my side. Look, he likes me. He really, really likes me. This is how he thinks. I don't know if you guys caught it, and I can't tell you what video it was. I only watched it for a sec because I can't stand looking at him or listening to his voice. And, you know, I discovered that that's okay. If we can't stand to look at him or listen to its voice. Oops, Freudian slip. His voice, that is because he vibrates on such a different level than we do. He's vibrating on a lower level. And I'm not saying we're better than him. I'm saying he vibrates different than we do. This is why we can't stand to look at him or listen to him run his mouth. But he said something in this video about, he was talking about some authoritarian leaders of countries and how much he admired this one in particular. I can't remember who it was. And then he said, well, I want my people to feel that way about me. Wow. Again, you can't work with that. Because he's so far gone, he thinks he's right. All right. So we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, he's going to pardon this guy, but guess what? He's going to get a lot of crap about it. Remember, it's a culmination of things that are going to be the final straw. There's going to be more than one final straw. And of course, obviously there will be the one that tips the scales, the one that where you know, Congress and GOP goes, oh my God, that's it. We've had enough. But this is going to be part of that. Because he's going to get a lot of grief for that. And his advisors are going to tell him, don't do that. But he's going to. See, the arguing and the fighting with his advisors, with his regime. Ace of Cups. I'm going to say this would be the challenge. It's an emotional challenge. It's going to hit us as an emotional challenge. He's going to do what he does. He's like, I do what I want. He literally thinks like that. That thought has literally crossed his mind. I do what I want. I'm the king. We have Temperance. Okay, this is where this action of him pardoning this butthole. Okay, because, okay, now hold up. Okay, thank you, Spirit Team. He plans to. Thank you, Spirit Team. Plans to, because a couple of things weren't jiving there. He plans to. I don't think he's going to be in the same fake position he's in right now politically, or at all, by the time this gets through the courts. He did it, okay? I don't need to go to court to know that he did it, okay? And Vice President Walz is going to be fighting hard for the families, for the people that he unalived, and the people that he harmed, and you know, their families, and the state of Minnesota. Okay? He's going to be fighting hard. All right, because we have Temperance. So that's why I said, that's why Spirit Team kind of yelled at me and said he's going to try. He's going to want to. He's going to plan to, but he's not going to be there long enough to do it. So this emotional thing, of course, it's going to be emotional for us, but that is about him and how much he really just wants to pardon this guy because he's like in love with him. Okay? He's in love with him because he did Humpty's bidding without Humpty asking him to, straight out. But every time Humpty starts with that rhetoric, that's what he's asking his followers to do, his cult to do. We have the Devil. Spirit Team just said the Devil's in the details. The Devil's in the details. And of course, we know who that is. Spirit Team sold his soul. For all intents and purposes, if I believed in the devil. This guy sold his soul to the devil. Okay, hold it there. We had 2. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. That's a battle. That's the end of a battle. That's the stabbing in the back. That's the end. And then we have the Tower moment. Yeah. Okay, so Spirit Team was right that this is, that does go along with what I'm hearing right now, is that his advisors and his immediate, the people in his regime that, you know, spend the most time with him are going to be like, no, 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 no. Don't do that. It's going to be arguing. He's going to be fighting with people. And it's going to be the straw, one of the straws that breaks a camel's back, okay? One of, as Spirit Team said. Tower moment. Everything comes crashing down. This is part of everything coming crashing down. Eight of Cups, walking away. This is Humpty having to walk away. I mean from everything. Spirit team's telling me from everything. Tower. The Tower moment. Having to walk away from everything. And the Queen of Cups. Justice. Yep. Still seeing the court cards, the kings and queens. Still seeing the court cards as judiciary. Queen of Cups. Judiciary system not having it. Calling him on his crap. And the King of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups balance. Bringing more balance emotionally to us. To the flavor of what's going on. To the temperament. Thank you, Spirit team. To the temperament of the situations that are happening right now. To the current temperament. Okay. All right, choose guys. Let's get an affirmation for badasses. This is true. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. So what they're saying is that because our light shines so bright, this is why people want to mess with us. Because they don't want the truth coming out. Because they're jealous. Jealous. So they want to suck our energy off of us. Or they want to tear us down. They want to be our tower moments. They want to create those tower moments for us, and we're not having it. We're not having it. Okay, you guys. Should we get an angel number? We'll get an angel number. This one, and tomorrow we'll do a weekly forecast, or a forecast for the rest of the week, okay? Okay. And the angel number for the day today. And pay attention to your numbers now. Pay attention to numbers around you on your clocks. On movies. On your book pages. 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. 987. Okay. We did touch on that a little bit on the video before this one about things might be coming up for us. It's like the final cleansing is what I'm hearing. That's what Spirit Team's talking to me about, the final cleansing. If you feel like you need to reach out to outside help, do so. If you feel like you need some help with your emotional frame of mind, you just can't get past something, it's okay to do that. It's called self-care. Once you get it out, it's out. It's painful. But once you experience that pain, allow yourself to feel what you feel. The pain fades. And in a lot of cases, it just goes away. Because you looked it right in the face, allowed yourself to feel what you were feeling, accepted that you were feeling it, and then you tell yourself, I'm not there anymore. I'm in a completely different place than I was then. Okay. Much love, many blessings, and I'll see you in the funny papers.